Asian people are really smart in school. It's good. It's a compliment, I think.
Okay.
Is it?
I mean, I'm sure no one likes to be defined by their race.
I'm not gonna lie. I like being half Cuban when I applied for the FAFSA for school. I'm not
really?
gonna.
So what? Oh, nice.
I mean but that's just me.
So what? Am I good at cleaning by default because I'm Hispanic? Is that how you?
No, because you're a man.
Oh, but it's oh wow.
I'm just kidding. Well, there go our 24 women viewers. We're really sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, you were doing the ladies impersonation yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to act like my mom was the Spanish cleaning lady from Family Guy.
Yes, I was, but okay, let's go.
Wow, right into this game. Spawning in the northern blue position. Mesher. Repping Team Rocket.
Repping Team Rocket indeed.
And in the bottom position, Kane from Team My Insanity.
Yep. What a player.
What a player.
Down 0-2 currently to Major. Major's showing some really strong games.
Yeah. Wow.
I honestly think that Minigun would have the best shot against Major after seeing those games.
Maybe.
Just his TVC seems unstoppable so far.
But I mean, and Major was the only player in the tournament to take a game from Minigun.
He was. Yep. Indeed. This is a fact. Kane again, 13 drone scout, going for the hatch first. Everything pretty normal in Camp Kane. We'll see if he decides to drop a gas to deal with the Reapers a little bit better, or if he just chooses not to.
Rob from production, do we ever confirm that Reaper did indeed get that drone kill? He did, right? It went...
Rob from production, are you kidding me?
Thanks, Rob. What a scout.
I think we'll have to go back into our replay. It's very possible that it got link kills. It is.
Overlord is traversing the Great Expanse. Major, once again, with 0 fucks given, will go ahead and just start the CC on the low ground. Of course, he's opening Reaper, so it's not like the worst.
No, this is pretty standard.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard. One thing that a Cirque player can do that current players learn to deal with, but sometimes you can still sneak it in. If you're opening Reaper, then you can send your first 2 links that you make at the natural to the Terrence expansion. There's usually going to be a CC building. So unless you run into a second Reaper, you'll be able to delay that command center.
But we will. We've got Reaper number 1 coming in.
And that's going to be the only one. Yeah, Major usually only making 1. Last game. Yeah, last game he made 3. It's a little bit of an anomaly. We see him go into natural. Doesn't want to see any links popping out.
Oh.
Kane with very good, cute techniques here.
Oh.
Waiting till the last possible second to make those extractors.
That he did.
And thus keeping the Reaper.
One thing I never see Terrans do is after they leave with that Reaper, they should go right back in. Because you know the Zerg wants to cancel those buildings, and you know those drones are going to be almost dead.
Yeah, I think a few do it.
Okay. Well, Major didn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. The Queen's a scary beast.
Not really.
One thing that I never see Terrans or Terran players do, like I don't see them do it often enough, is just park the Reaper at the third.
Yeah, that too. If you have a Reaper out, the Zerg should never be able to take the third unless the creep spread is made.
Yeah, I mean you scout for the link speed, obviously, and then
you know if there's some. Yeah, as long as he keeps his Reaper around here, that's good. Yeah. There should be no way that the Zerg can just go and set down a third though.
Yeah, when I take my third, I usually say I'll now take my third if the master will allow. But
the master, wow.
Yeah, but usually they do allow it.
That's pretty.
Look at this. Okay. Like, this is a pretty standard time for a third. We don't see.
Yeah, like the drone could just sneak away right there.
Yeah,
around
exactly.
6 to 6:30.
So yeah, why shouldn't there be a Reaper there?
Maybe there's a reason.
It's possible.
Kind of like the High Templar. There's like a reason that we just don't understand.
Yeah, but this is TVZ, so Major's actually doing it. So
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, Kane is actually going for Roach Warren and double Evo Chambers, so we're going to see a 1-1 timing again. Unfortunately for him, Kane is going for Cloak Banshees once again. Roach is not great against Banshees.
That's very true. Kane did second Overload this game looking for that command center, that third command center that Major is so fond of.
Yeah, and how is he going to react? He could go for Hydras, perhaps, added to the Roach attack.
Hydras?
Yeah.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, because of the Banshees. Maybe like a Hydro Roach timing would be too bad. But,
I don't think I'm a fan of, man, I don't know what to say. Playing a straight-up macro game against Major is really scary. And I think that Kane sees that Major's been taking a lot of risks. You know, that third CC and the pressure at the same time. So maybe he figures he can, like, beat him with just an all-in.
right.
But I don't know, man.
Yeah, this game, Major's still going for the third CC, but it's a lot more delayed.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Kane's just going to try to drop again. You think? I feel like he's going to try to drop again.
I don't think so.
We'll see.
He's preparing for the Banshee.
Yeah.
And we might see a Spire. We might just see a few Roaches, like, stop making Roaches and Aspire. He is getting Link speed, and he hasn't started Roach speed yet. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him just transition into a normal game.
Yep, we have the third going down.
Oh, he is getting Roach speed now, though.
We got a Banshee just kind of warping away.
Yep.
So, 3 kills on the Geyser.
Yeah, so, not much going on right now. Just the Roach is chilling, the Banshee backing out. 2 additional gases on Major's expansion, but this time there is Stim on the way. Seems a little bit gas heavy for Major going into bio. But
Major's going into bio, yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, I'm just putting that together with what Kane is doing. Although Kane is going Ling too. I don't know. Did he just get Roaches defending his Hellions?
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. I much prefer his game 1 response with just the Queens and the Lings. I think that the Roaches are kind of a huge, silly investment in my opinion. But
yeah, maybe. I mean, they're pretty good at
they are
forcing a lot of Hellions back.
really good. But I mean, 20 Spines would be really good. You know, there's a lot of dumb stuff you can do that would be really good.
Yeah, but Roaches are really... We actually talked about this before. I don't think it's bad to make a few Roaches to fend off Hellions.
Maybe.
It's
4 Roaches.
It's a small investment.
4 Roaches is 300 minerals,
Yeah.
which could be 12 Lings.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Why not? What a defense.
I mean, 4 Roaches are probably going to be more effective than 12 Lings against
When you go to attack later?
most Hellions.
Maybe. I don't even know if I agree with that. The nice thing about Lings is that if you have enough Lings, you actually have the option, if your creep is spread out enough, to kill the Hellions. But with Roaches, you'll never kill Hellions, because they can always easily retreat.
Yeah, but you can only kill the Hellions if your opponent's careless. With the Roaches, you'll always...
Maybe. I mean, like in this kind of game.
It's on your end to be careful and well positioned with the Roaches. And then,
I guess.
you know,
I
there
mean,
should
the
be no
creep spread is
damage
decent
done.
right now, but sure, why not? Okay. Okay. Got Carapace 2 on the way, along with Overlord Speed and Baneling Speed coming out for Kane. Major just playing a pretty standardish mech game. Already got that third up in mining. Man, Major is really good about getting those thirds up in mining pretty fast.
Yeah, this is a strange play strange game that Major's playing, adding a second factory, and this is why he was getting the extra gases. So we're gonna see a biomech mix, or
Maybe
at
like
least
Bio Hellbat.
it could be bio
Well, but that
Hellbat
doesn't
or
explain all the
just
extra
very
gas.
heavy on the mines,
Yeah.
or perhaps the adding additional Thors than we would normally see, like a
Yeah.
few more.
The extra gas could be good too for like the really, really heavy medevac play. Where you
Yeah.
see the Terrans get like almost 1 medevac per million. Not that much.
Yeah, but we see a second factory on the way,
Yeah,
as well as an armory. So it's probably gonna be, you know, either mines or Thors being added here.
Sure. And again, I don't. Maybe I just don't remember, but is Terran always up in supply? TVZ?
No.
Major seems to be really good at that.
Yeah,
also saying
Major's
like
just
even
good.
in harvester count too. Like
Yeah, important to note are the units that the Terran's making. Right now there's no Banelings in play, or not many Banelings, but oh, there is.
Hang on a
So
second.
yeah, those are 1 supply very, very, very expensive units. And the Terran has only been making Marines and Hellions basically, so that's the supply can be a little bit deceiving.
oh,
Yeah, Major extending pretty far into creep here, but Kane doesn't really have a lot. Very nice pre-spread by Major.
oh, needs to watch out. All
yeah.
the Banelings will go down.
Yeah, gets 2 of the mines for 5 Banelings. Not a great trade for Kane. Not a good trade at all.
No.
Yeah, the reinforcements are going to be enough to push Major back for now, though. Major will have... well, I guess Kane will have 1-2 upgrades. pretty soon, and that will give him an upgrade advantage. But then Major's gonna take the upgrade advantage back when he hits 2-2.
Yep.
So
We do have Major doing this two-pronged kind of pressure. We've got the two medevacs flying into Kane's main, and I believe there was a medevac drop there earlier as well.
yep.
And these two medevacs, lots of potential stuff to go on. We've also got an attack in the third.
Yep, big attack in the third. And this is Major just pre-spray. Oh, not paying attention though. Those were great Baneling hits.
Yep, probably watching his drop though, which could do a lot of damage. He needs to target those Banelings.
Oh, doesn't.
Nice job.
He could re-drop that.
Yeah, definitely. He instead elects to drop here, heal up, and then come back.
Yeah, it's gonna end up being the right choice, I suppose, just because the Muta were so close by.
Yep. And Kane, I don't know how I felt about that. I think he lost like 4 or 5 Muta there.
It was not a cost-efficient trade by any means, but
Really?
I think he was just trying to get rid of
Yeah.
that side so he could focus on the other one if Major chose to push
Definitely.
there.
This is a really scary army to play against when you're doing Mutaling playing. This kind of like this Thor, Marine, Medevac, Mine army.
Yeah, Thors are really
hard.
scary. I'm not sure why everyone doesn't get him.
Yeah.
A few of them in the mix. It forces the Muta to Magic Box.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
Magic
is
Box
dumb against
Muta-
Marines.
Yeah, exactly. Magic Box Muta are just not that great against Marines. Oh, great
That was actually
Baneling
a
hits as
really
well.
good
Holy
connect.
shit.
Yeah.
Another drop. Major being very active with his drops here, but Kane recovering pretty well from a disadvantage so far. A lot of it has to do with Major's lack of control during the fights. 2 or 3 times that we've seen amazing Baneling hits already.
Yeah, it seems like, and this is strange for Major, it seems like instead of like really microing one fight really well, he's kind of slacking on both of them a little bit.
Yeah.
Not the greatest drop played, and not the greatest attacks in the front.
Yeah, I mean, we've said this before, but Major's biggest strength, I think, is his macro.
Macro and, well, his macro and his multitasking, I think, are both really good.
Yeah, he's a lot like 4GG as when it comes to a playstyle. He's a very macro-oriented player. His multitasking is great. His micro is not the best, but it's still pretty damn good.
Pretty. I mean, when you say not the best, I mean it's pretty for like.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
an NA tournament, I think he has one of the best micros of NA.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, let's say Lucian probably has better micro and not a strong macro.
Maybe. I don't even know if I agree with that. Major's micro is pretty good.
I mean, he will admit to you that his micro is not the best.
Yeah, maybe.
He doesn't necessarily always pay attention to fights. That's not to say that if he didn't pay attention, like if he did pay attention, his micro wouldn't be great. It's just he usually chooses to pay attention to the macro more so than the micro.
Yeah, sure, it's possible. And I mean, right there we just saw few mines die, maybe unnecessarily.
Yeah.
A lot of links
you
running.
see that? Like, he's focused more on producing the units.
Yeah, that was pretty bad of Kane. He ran headlong in. I mean, he got the Thor, but took a few mine hits there.
Yeah, Thor is a pretty important pickoff here.
Definitely. Ultralisks now on the way for.
Oh, that's gonna be huge. If Ultralisks pop out, there's only a Thor and 2 Marauders that will do anything to those Ultralisks. Oh, now 4 Marauders. It wouldn't have minded for Kane to. This could be great for Kane. Overstepping Major.
A little bit, yep, and you will be able to pick up the Marauders
and the Thor. And that's actually great because there's Ultralisks.
Yeah, the main Ultralisk killing tools.
Yep. Great little drop here, but yep, very fast on his reaction. But this drop's still doing a little bit of work. There come the Muta to clean it up.
Yep, and Major just focusing down the drones.
Yeah, and with Ultras out, this could be. Yeah, Major's gonna have to back as soon as he's. Oh, I would be surprised if he pushed into this.
Yeah.
He cannot push into this without Marauders / Thors. His army is so weak against Ultras right now.
Yeah, Ultras and Banelings and Mutas. I mean, it's the perfect army to just chase this into Major's base and end the game with.
Yeah, unfortunately for Major, he is maxed, so he's trying to get rid of some supply by dropping. Obviously, when you get rid of supply, you want to be as cost efficient as possible with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kane doing a pretty good job now. I think he's in a better position than he has been in any of the games so far.
Definitely.
And he can definitely take this. It's anyone's game at this point.
Double drop going on at the base here. These Marines will probably die to the Mutas coming back. Units lost tab is pretty even right now, slightly favoring Kane. Which is actually kind of significant because Kane is up economically. Actually, with more bases than Major, finally.
Yeah.
I don't like this play. The drops are good for Major. I don't know if I would drop a Marauder. I feel like keeping those Marauders might be really important.
Yeah, I agree. Perhaps not paying attention, just loading,
Just loading
shit
whatever,
as fast as
yeah.
possible.
Also, Marines are really good at killing drones. Marauders,
Not so much.
yeah, good at killing buildings, but only one Marauder, you know, it's kind of a half.
Yeah.
Oh, Marines, never mind. Might have been able to skim for there and take out the Banelings, but the Banelings were done in time. Major maybe sniping the 5th of Kane.
He's trying to push. Oh, he pulls all the meter back with this. This is great.
For Major.
For Major, yeah. He gets in a really comfortable position, but the Fungals are here now. And they were good.
They were good.
Oh,
good splitting from
really,
Major here.
yeah, really
good
positioning.
Control from Major. Manages to wipe out almost everything. All the infestors wander forward into the fight. I don't know why Major doesn't push into that after killing so much. Maybe because his units are low?
Yeah, like if you look at the supply, he's probably scared of a remax now by Kane.
High sec auto tracking. What is that? +2 range for turrets? +1 range for turrets?
I don't know.
I think that's another very rarely researched upgrade. And I think the armor plating for buildings?
Yep.
Nice. Lots of sensor towers going up. These are must-haves for Terran in late game. Everybody should make these, man. What a building.
Yeah, what a building sensor towers are. Major's doing the proper thing to just poke in with a few units, trying to force out Banelings to be inefficient.
Needs to watch the medevacs. Units dying, not a big deal. Losing all those medevacs is a huge deal.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at the third,
yep.
Not gonna do much.
31 workers killed this game for Major, and kind of all collectively of all the harassing. So not a terrible job by Major, trying to keep Kane on his toes.
Yeah, definitely. And Kane has now stabilized. So it's all gonna come down to the fight again. And we're gonna see a fight pretty soon here as Kane is stepping out of creep with his queens. That's usually a pretty big tell.
Yep.
He's gonna want to go for it. Those queens can never retreat here, so...
Correct. Major smartly running forward with a few units. I'd like to see him please pre-split a little bit better, but...
yeah, Kane moving in with the links in front was a little bit scary there for a second, and not waiting for the queens also. But he smells blood, and it looks like he's doing just fine.
Planetary Fortress is a little bit scary. Plus
Yeah,
Major does still have an okay chunk of bio back here.
Yeah, the queens go back, or the ultras go back to get healed by the queens. This is really dangerous by Kane.
I don't know if I like this for Kane. Lots of SCVs repairing this planetary. Although there are a lot of infestors. Yeah, great fungals. And I will think of... Yep, he will be able to take the space down. And this ultimately, I think, turns out good for Kane.
Yeah, it turns out great.
And these
just barely, though. Should point out.
Yeah.
3 ultras are not very much left of an army.
Maybe. I mean, they're going to have a lot of transfuses available.
No, yeah, I just mean...
Compared to the 10 ultras he moved in with.
Yeah, and the million links and banelings.
Yeah.
It was just a really close fight, so...
Definitely. Not reinforcements will not be here in time, I think, for Kane to save these units. Both players exhausting their bank. Major ending up with a little bit more supply. Pretty scary spot, I think, for both players at the moment.
Yep. And just to explain a little bit further, I mean, what I mean to say is if there was, for example, one extra Thor in Major's army that Kane did not account for, because you can't account for all the units they have, the fight might have gone
This might be the last fight. The Mutas finally come back in. I don't think Kane has enough to take it. That's not the kind of fight that Kane is looking for right now. The
How does he have so much supply? Let's look at his production right now.
Because it's like 11 Marines, 1 Marauder at a time.
Yeah, that's... No, I mean, he must have a lot of barracks.
8 barracks?
8 barracks, probably all with add-ons, so... Yeah, 4 reactors, yeah, everything has add-ons.
Yeah.
Very nice job, Mac.
I mean, yeah, these fights were close, but I think...
The fight at Major's 5th was... I mean, won by Kane.
Maybe. The problem was that he lost a lot of gas units in doing so. I think he lost a lot of the infestors. He lost a lot of ultralisks.
Yeah. Even if he hadn't lost those infestors, though, they wouldn't have helped him in this particular fight.
Maybe. I mean, when they were walking back, there were 2 infestors with fungal energy that just got picked off completely for free.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. Saving every little unit helps, especially when you're, this low on resources.
No, another infestor falls down. Good one with the mines.
Infestor, or was that almost like an ultralisk?
No, that was an infestor.
I mean, at this point, Kane is in an unfortunate situation. Oh, man.
Yeah, not enough for bank. His income's not good enough to keep up with Major's. So Major's gonna take this 3-0. Actually, there's nothing that King can do about it.
But good last game.
Yeah, great last game. Well played by both sides. And Major advancing on to the finals, making himself or guaranteeing himself another $500.
$1,000.
So $1,000 total.
Yeah.
What a game!
Wow.
Damn.
Major's a monster player. He's always doing stuff. Kind of what Kat said. I guess I can see what Kat's is saying more in that Major might not pay attention to individual battles as much, but he's always got stuff. There's always stuff. You never, any time, and it's a disgusting feeling too. I'm sure Kane felt pretty disgusted when he took out that base, and then Major had another army just ready to walk in and kill the remnants of it too.
Crazy.
So
Yeah.
Major is just a really powerful macro player. Easily one of the best top 2 macros in all outside of Korea.
Yeah.
An amazing
would
player.
say so.
I would almost like to see Major play more European tournaments just to see how he stacks up against those players. Really great player. That being said, Kane unfortunately kind of got mind gamed a little bit in games 1 and 2, but game 3 was a really good game by Kane, showing that he can go toe to toe with Major. A 28-minute game is no small feat against him. Harassing all over the map and being receptive to said harassment.
You talked about going toe-to-toe with the European players.
Mm-hmm.
Kane actually was first on the European ladder for a good portion of last season.
Yeah,
so living in
the
Europe.
ladder.
No, yeah, I'm
It's
just
a little
I'm,
bit
I'm
different.
just yeah.
Yeah, sure. Wow. So those games are done. More games are coming. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 3 minutes, and we will be watching Scarlet versus Minigun. Wow. What a game.